Farmer's seen better days.
What was I supposed to do? I've cleaned for... Such quietude is a blessing. Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
Something good will come of today. I just know it.
Well met. Glad to see you in good health. The tyranny of the Queen Regent's faction knows no bounds. Passage into and out of the village is restricted, and we're being treated as slaves. I had intended to endure it till Ulrika returned to us, but I fear that I'll be honest with you, as you've earned my trust. We've a mind to leave this village for good. The Dragon's Flame has devastated the land here. Many of the villagers question whether it is worth attempting to restore it. When I mentioned as much in a letter I had smuggled to Ulrika, she told me that the village she's staying in would be glad to take us in.
搬到哈坡村。
Only problem is how we're going to get past the soldiers. They've confiscated all weapons to forestall our escape. Perhaps if we could reclaim the stolen weapons or find a means of procuring some anew. Alas, we villagers are kept under constant watch. It would...
四把单手，
How are you faring? Have you been able to... Your choice to make, I suppose.
直接买给你。是不是没得卖？
Stop this! I beg of you. That's enough. Oi! There must be some way. Just let it end. I don't.
这里本来就没有卖武器吗？单手剑我现在身上好像也没有。
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles.
哦，有16。
Myself. But enough. Always a pleasure.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us?
好像只拿3把。哎，定制的不算。哇
Your choice to make.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough. About me. Did you do come again?
Stop this! I beg of you. Nowhere to go.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting...
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me!
这么突然，我觉得我见。
Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach.
哎，
Have courage! This cannot be.
Retreat!
We must withdraw and regroup.
You have my gratitude for aught you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika staying in. If I were you, I'd leave. At any rate, this is where we part.
Oh, what does this say? Let's have a look then. Arisen, to me. I shall heal you. Halt, if you please.
天在高速2。
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
My studies are proceeding My studies are proceeding
这不是已经过好几天了吗？
Feels as though I've forgotten all.
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
I've held my tongue till now, but no longer. You would leave one of your own to die. This is impermissible. A village is nothing without as Half's leader. You ought to strive to do whatever you can to bring him back alive. Can you truly say this decision benefits your people, Jonas?
Who are you to question me? I'll suffer
Right,
none of your
Sharon.
impudence, outsider. Be gone.
I, Jonas. I am an outsider. I shall follow my own will. And all those with the strength and courage to do the same, join me at Stormwind Cave.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave. Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
'Tis a remarkable treasure we've found. A fitting reward for a rigorous search. Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
Of course.
Tis you. Have you come to join us in our rescue effort? My thanks. We shan't fail with you by our side. The captured villager ought to be within. Let us hurry.
We will likely find our charge in the cave's depths. Shall we press on? I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar. I grant your weapon a magnitude.
Heed me! All of you must flee before this magic descends.
Quickly now, before the incantation concludes. Well done. I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly.
Tremendous work!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I will not be swayed.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
There, Master! Saurians!
Flame will accomplish little against this foe.
saved.
Thank heavens you yet live. Let us be on our way. The other villagers shall be thrilled to...
他会帮村民补血。
This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
You have returned triumphant, I see.
Indeed. And now that the task is done, in exchange, I beg you that I will go forth from this village with my head...
There'll be no need for that, Ulrika. In light of your good deeds, all shall be forgiven.
风向转啦。
After you left, we who remained discussed that which our village treasures most. It is as you yourself have said, a village is nothing without its people. Yet 'twas your heartfelt plea that reminded us of it. 'Tis our hope that you will guide us, and that your kindness and wisdom shall unite our people.
Aye. If that is what is needed, I shall...
I could not have imagined a better outcome. The village will surely prosper in Ser Ulrika's care. One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
I ne'er thought the day would come when I'd be asked to lead another village. This time, I shan't...
Well met, sir.
Can I interest you in a room, sir?
We must rest. I fought many battles in my journey, but the thrill of...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day. A new perspective.
Time to go home and write down...
I heard what transpired. Thank you for fighting on my people. It's a shame that lives were lost. Say, would you visit me again once night has fallen? Say... Say...
Well met, sir.
There's no telling what will happen if I linger here.
Time to be heading.
You've come. Glad I am to see you. Follow me. Tis a strange thing. I ne'er knew how vast the sky was, till I left Meld behind. Time and again you have come to my aid. Would that I could repay you in some way. Alas, there is little I have to offer. Yet, if your heart e'er aches for a place to call home, then may this village... No, not the village. If e'er you're in need of a hearth to return to, then let it be mine.
哦，永远的归宿。那么勇的吗？
Go on then. Tell me of your latest escapade.
救起随从后，暂时提高其防御力。
Whate'er trials we may face, I shall see...
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Have you need of me?
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
My studies are proceeding.
还不行。
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this, but...
dignitary than is publicly known.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
We have arrived.
We shall await you here, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
Even the best of us has its weaknesses.
Like to flatter me.
I'm partial to a little
Don't look to me to solve this.
moments in caution.
Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will pray be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this now. If Wilhelmina calls.
Tell her.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
But surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be... What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the...
要不随便走。
I'm not going to take that from you.
Have a little faith in yourself!
Sure I can help.
What are you, guards? Seize the intruder.
Such quietude is a blessing.
阴造。
I'm sure I can handle this.
Quite sure nobles, not one noble heart.
Few other places where I could truly feel at ease.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false... Sovereign.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
嗯？画面卡了，不会当了吧？完了，爆了！好吧，等重开。
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand. We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it. You have my support.
Seems my humming would be unwelcome here.
There's aught about you I have...
Yours is a face.
持卡者才被准许进店。Razors。巴塔尔，他是巴塔尔的人。凤岩店。太美丽的东西。
I shan't brook any. I had a feeling you'd come to see. Thank you. Should you wish to ply me for information, you will first...
Always a fresh breeze blowing.
This place is very dreary.
It's the same. Now, just how I like. Where was I headed? It's quiet.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Someone comes looking for a fight, I will say no.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use. Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which, let me see. It reads, "Pray make haste in securing Melve." That all a meager clue, though 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, I fear such a partnership would at any rate, to seem our search as I will investigate these matters as best I can. Only once we have gleaned a fragment, and ere it slips my mind.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember. Sir Fulvio, the artist who served as Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Shall we get some rest then?
I 餐馆应该还有剧情吧？
I didn't sleep a wink last night. I like to come here.
We shall remain here.
Their wind's coming. I can feel it in my bones. At least all my patrons.
I get along with them.
You know, many of our patrons... Yet there is... I lived a simpler life. But one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for... Here I...
有没办法送东西
'Tis
嘞
no simple ma... Here I am.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
No, that's not happening.
This is one step too...
Welcome. Do make yourself at home.
要你好贵。
Well met, sir.
但这个是
No doubt you're dazzled by my... Welcome, sir.
Oh, well met, sir.
After a companion, are we? What sort? Well met, sir. You seem a kindly sort.
Ah, good.
In case you haven't noticed, shops are closed on certain days.
The services we provide are worth every...
I'll find myself a worthy patron soon enough.
Well met, sir. You seem a kindly sort.
Just be sure you mind your manners.
Crowns and politics are no concern.
Well met, sir. We've a memorable night.
花钱呐、啊，这贵。
I am the cream of the crop, after all. No doubt you're dazzled by my charms.
咦，
Where to now?
Welcome, sir.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
直接把它合掉了。就是它哇，还是都烂掉了啊，有可能。点的话都烂掉了。啊，那现在去那个，先去梅尔村好了。梅尔威。
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Looks like we both got some.
It's a blessing to find myself so busy as this.
This might be worth a read.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to...
If you don't mind.
伦纳特汉不见。
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
My studies are proceeding.
那这个是怎么回事？为什么我触发不了？
Quite the predicament. I've... My thanks. So, we meet at... How goes it?
My studies are proceeding. My studies are proceeding.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet...
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not let down our guard. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
腐烂的看起来是很新鲜啊。哦，好像有点这个卡着。
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Well done, Master.
That reminds me. Ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
剩你一个啦。你结束后，我要去巴塔尔了。想一下。
aught to be said for peace and quiet?
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
奇怪嘞，为什么不行呢？去查也说隔一天就好，还是刚刚萤火做了有问题的关系？
I take it this place is to your liking, Arisen. We've camped here many a time.
My studies are proceeding apace.
How goes it?
为什么不触发嘞 ？Why？
With the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a fairy stone to return here in an instant.
Let me get that.
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Shall we set it rolling? Tis rather peaceful here, isn't it?
A brief respite is naught to decry.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guard. And drive your weapon a magical boom.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late. A curative ought to do the trick.
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked.
I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly.
护围巾。
Battle is best avoided here.
I grant you lightning spells. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
没有那个萤火虫都是晚上会有。
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Each to their own.
那是初始之地啊。
Very well. I shall return.
没好路。
Here we go again. Let me fight. To arms.
Of course.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
一卷爆火焰。 哎呀，今天任务居然卡在小女孩这，抓不了嘞！任务不是叫我可以回去找她了吗？
My studies are proceeding.
Ah.
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
哦。这样才出发得了。到晚上。
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Shall we check our packs and be off? Feeling rested, I trust? Pray, light your lantern, Master.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
How goes it?
Oh no. Why? 为什么？
Impressive.
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you.
How goes it?
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
At least my back's not acting up today. Go on, take it.
啊，分成来送登场书。
Best take it easy today. Suppose I could enjoy some idle chit-chat?
要学技能啊，大哥。
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
还是不应该用飞的过来。
During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there?
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
该不会我给到赝品吗？应该不会吧。如果还不行，就算就先去解裂谷。起码应该要去巴塔尔。
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
"'Tis done, master." Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? We must rest. In another world, a bowl... Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Ready to forge on?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
威廉明娜。
This is my life.
Let them talk. I'm too old to care.
We shall await you here, master.
All I need my help.
不见了。一抖。
My sincerest apology. Lady Wilhelmina is attending.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan.
专属房间。
I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in?
You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end. Or so I'd sworn. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall, if the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily. I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise. Still, if you insist upon searching 3 days, I shall wait patiently.
证据。哦。
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
I don't imagine you'll find aught. Still, I shan't grant.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood. Carried on the wind.
那我不就只有再潜入一次他的办公室？
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
A difficult choice indeed.
谁比较清楚贵族的事？ 先去酒馆，如果酒馆不行，就去找占卜。
As a reward for your majesty, you will of course require raiment befitting of the occasion.
登基大典。
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your to think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing, under normal circumstances. But this is Allard we speak of. His fall from grace would do much. Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter.
商业区。
Some piece of physical evidence would be. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, very well. Is there aught else you would speak of? Merchants with connections to Allard, some piece of physical evidence would be far less. Is there aught else you would speak of? Do not forget that we.
商 哎，就旁边而已啊。
Where are you off to? I? Did you?
Are you in the market for something in particular? Any one of these fine pieces will serve you well. Always a pleasure.
Well then, son. How might I be of service?
Have you need of me?
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. Any one of these fine pieces will serve. Hope to see you again.
Might as well take a look while your times change, but there's always coin to... be made. Many thanks.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the appetite.
I just want to...
Fancy a look at my wares? The safer the roads, the heavier my... pockets. Do come again.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Can hardly afford a cat.
I end up feeling weak even after a day of rest.
I just want to...
Good day to you.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
First impressions count for much. If you like, peril on the roads puts a strain on. Hope to see you again.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, and rightly so, as it gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Oh, their faces may match, but the... Oh, I can't complain.
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master.
You have my support.
3份，那我现在就再回去找。
Slim pickings of late.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to. Merchants with connections to some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So Allard has been leveraging his position to line his pockets. I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes, this should be more than enough to disgrace him. However, of course, if your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, Then I will gladly assist you however I can.
哦，其他证据？他说这个就足够了。
I see. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Sven may shine light on all we've overlooked. There is much we ought to tend to. Mayhap Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some beneficial information. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we would...
对，刚那个就够了吗？ 4分，我怎么找啊？找到10分啊？呀。 对啊，那就在王宫。OK， 出发。
We shall remain here.
To focus.
这里不北京，我们要从这里吧。
Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
缢杀国王。
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds? I know not whether I can assist you in... but of course. Patrick may know aught that could go to his manor come nightfall. If you...
艾翠克。
I'd sooner stay out of that. Where it
那么远，哎，啊，
Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Can't wait for the new equipment to come. My sword arm could use some work.
Can't help but talking a whisper when I'm here. Is ought to miss hereabouts. Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest. Am I silly?
I'd sooner stay out of that.
Well, in the years since the yet justice have now there can be no poor Disab. 'Tis a
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his painting. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence. Excellent. I will send word once you've seen him depart his manor.
Not much going on. Such quietude is a blessing.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Perhaps this will serve as evidence.
Wonder if anyone else shares my sorrows.
有一个。
Everyone else amongst the Orcos are up.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
To each their own.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
What's good? Oh, 一个够吗？
Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you, unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask.
At last. It feels like an age has passed. What is this?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hanged for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice. Wilhelmina. But why? Why would you?
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. can't say how badly his reputation will be tarnished with evidence of this nature. But here we are.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in.
You have done what you set out to do, I
找
trust.
到草堆。
Then come, Master. Let us quit this place.
I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out till then?
Seems this old man's time is...
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
回家回家。稳这样子。
This isn't worth my time.
This can't be how it ends.
What in the world?
So tired. I barely the vim to tie my boots. Always dead on my feet.
Welcome to the Star. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start?
一卷没了，应该是没事了。
I'll teach him a lesson. Sometimes this is the only place I can find.
It's not enough for alone
Sometimes this.
We shall await you here, Master.
What was it I had planned for the morrow?
Last night's patron was a delight. What delightful grief.
Don't scare me like that.
What is life without a little spice?
Any work's better than begging on the street.
Come rain or
In case you haven't known so, if there's no one about, you might have to come back later.
What was it I had planned for the morrow?
Nice place,
Tis good to be reunited.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
Story.
even I know when to shut my trap. I'll find myself a worthy patron soon. This place always puts me at ease.
I get
Lady Wilhelmina was just, from what I over... Dear me. She told me to manage the bordel, but I haven't the faintest... Ah, of course. Let... Hmm?
都要走了。他给我什么？
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment. Right you are.
那我是直接去监狱救他吗？还是要给那个？想。
Let me get that.
Pray, follow me.
My back's not acting up today.
I'm in fine fettle today.
We're here, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we do not forget that we were...
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Just about anywhere. I'm in no hurry to leave. Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste the steam. Stomach's growling. Tongue.
啊，反了！哇，后边。
It's quiet about you. I've been on my feet all day. My legs are thin.
This place. Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
I've been
Sometimes I
on my
wonder
feet
if I'm
all
cut.
day. My legs are thin.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain. Who goes there? Or to polish up my gear for tomorrow. Oh, could use a rest.
You. I wonder how you must feel. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are. There are many in this world who, just as there are theories that may, and whatever you may think, the sickly folk of the slums are fated to die. I merely gave their deaths a greater.
Hmm? 那个嘞？
If I can avoid it.
威廉明娜嘞？
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
那也不 OK。
Is that you, Lord Phasus? Oh. 'Tis only you. I suppose you must be proud of yourself. How very absurd that 'tis... Is that you, Lord Phasus? Oh. I suppose you must be proud. How very absurd that...
Never should have taken the shift.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Do take care not to stray so far next time. Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
好吧，那就先登基大典。 差不多。
We have arrived.
是那2个证据都要给威廉明娜，不能给他，他完全没有
There is
作用。
much we ought to tend to. If aught shall change, if your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will. Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact, perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this god, allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we pray, is there aught else you would speak of? Your man, do not forget that we work.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
再去一次监狱看看。哦，就差不多了。
We shall remain here.
What business have you?
Hmm? 也是消失了。亚神奇。
This looks as good as
I cannot stand to remain here another minute. I only polished up this morning.
Mayhap 'tis here I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead.
你之前不是还在？回。
I have placed a mark. 'Tis here that I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. My days are spent in solitude. You are more than welcome.
哦，原来他死掉。那我看到是幽灵吗？好，那等下，那等，把这任务解一解。流星火雨啊，都不拿。
A good sleep will ensure we are... All I've learned, I shall turn to...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
My studies are proceeding.
How goes it?
艾诺。
We are none of us alike in vocation. Our respective abilities are unique as well. Chopper's master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic. Truly? Let our foes cower before lightnings crackle.
Grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
我不是复活了吗？还是那个复活要多久？算了，快吃吧。还可以捆哦。你再看看是怎么回事。